In this video, we will cover the design color change settings on your A15 control panel. Once my design parameters have been set, I can move on to my design color sequence settings, where I can set the color changes for this design. On the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see my color changes as well as the needle sequence based on the design that was loaded into my control panel. If I want to change a needle that's assigned to a specific color change, I can use the arrows to move up or down to that color change, and then use the color palette on the right-hand side to select the needle that I'd like to use on that color change. Once I've selected that needle, I'll see the new needle in my needle sequence, as well as the color reflected in the design above. You'll notice that the colors on my control panel do not match what is currently on my embroidery machine and on my thread rack. That is okay, as I know that the color that is going to sew out on my fabric is the color of thread that I have loaded onto that specific needle. So the color on the control panel does not necessarily matter in this case. If at any point in a design I need to repeat my color sequence throughout the rest of the design, I can use my repeat sequence icon here below, and it will repeat the color sequence for me. And if I'd like to set up a needle to be an applique needle, I can use my applique button below. We will cover our applique settings more in depth in the Steps to Applique video. If I'd like to customize my color palette to match the colors that are on each needle on my machine, I can use the color palette settings icon, and it will open up a screen where I'll see the colors I can choose from in either the default table or table 1, and my needles below that I can change the settings on. I will tap the needle that I'd like to change the color on and find the color above and tap it one time, and I'll see that color reflected here below. Once I'm done setting my color palette the way I want to, I'll tap the check mark, and those colors will now change here on my color sequence settings.